Hello there you guys, welcome to one of my videos. Manchester United have entered the race for David Alaba. Now, Chelsea and Real Madrid are interested. PSG, Barcelona and Manchester City are also interested. David Alaba is into the final 6 months of his contract. Now, he has been at Bayern Munich for several years. He's won around 20 trophies with Bayern Munich, and he's played over 400 games for them in all competitions. He primarily plays as a centre-half or a left-back, but before he's been deployed as a central midfielder, and he's also been deployed as a left winger and a right winger. David Alaba is the age of 28. And don't forget, Manchester United are in search for a centre-half. Do you think David Alaba would go well alongside Harry Maguire in our back line? Before he was at Bayern Munich, he was at Austria Vienna. He also had a loan spell with Hoffenheim. So that's the breaking news on him. Now I want to delve into some news on Bissouma from Brighton. Now, according to ESPN, Manchester United are interested in Bissouma. Liverpool are also in for him. Liverpool are seeing him as a long-term replacement for Georginio Wijnaldum. Wijnaldum's contract expires at Liverpool in the summer. Barcelona are the ones that are interested in Wijnaldum. Liverpool could make a move for him in January, Bissouma. Bissouma's agent has confirmed there's around 6 clubs that are interested in his client. That's us, Liverpool, Arsenal, Monaco, and I think 2 La Liga clubs. Brighton value him at around £30 million. He's got a contract with Brighton until 2023. Brighton got him in 2018. They paid £15 million for him from Lille. Before he was at Lille, I think he played for AS Real Bamako. He is the age of 24 and he is a midfielder. So would you take him at Manchester United? Obviously, been in the Premier League now a few years, so he's proven in the Premier League. Now, I want to give you some latest news on Marcus Rashford. So, in the new year, Manchester United are preparing to offer Marcus Rashford a new 5-year contract worth £300,000 a week. Rashford's current contract runs until 2023. And there's also an option of a further year. And Rashford at the moment's on around £200,000 a week. Like I've said to you, Marcus Rashford has really improved under the Ole Gunnar Solskjaer era. I think he's got that finishing assets now. He gets good runs in behind and he scores goals. Rashford has scored around 79 goals in 234 games since he broke into our senior squad. Like I've said, we need to keep Marcus Rashford out wide because that's where he's more effective. Sometimes we do play him centrally and sometimes he can put good performances out when he's playing centrally. So that's the breaking news on him. Now, I want to delve into some news on Amad Diallo Traore. So, according to Fabrizio Romano, Amad Diallo Traore has received his passport and he will complete a transfer to Manchester United in January and he will jet into Manchester to finalise his move. We're getting him, I think, for around £37 million. I think we're paying like £19 million up front. It's not guaranteed that he will get into our first team straight away. You know, we'll just have to see what happens. It is good that we are making plans for next year because obviously Manchester United do need to make more signings. We recently revealed our transfer plans. We are looking to strengthen 4 positions. We're looking to get a centre-half in, a right winger in, a right-back in and a defensive midfielder. Solskjaer will be Manchester United manager in the new year. I think he could still be Man United manager at the end of this season. Now, Ed Woodward has come out to support Ole Gunnar Solskjaer several times, despite us having a poor start to the season and despite us getting knocked out of the Champions League. He needs more backing at the club, does Ole, because during the summer transfer window, he was not backed enough. Because we missed out on all of his priority targets. But none of our managers have been backed enough since Sir Alex Ferguson left. And this is one of the main reasons why the board's been one of the biggest problems at the club for several years. And our recruitment policy's been poor for several years. We're obviously going to focus on the outgoings next year as well as the incomings because he's still deadwood at the football club that we do need to get rid of. I think next year we will get rid of Jesse Lingard. He could actually leave in January. Now, recent reports have said that Sheffield United could get him on loan in January. You know, Lingard has lost his place in the team. I think he's only played in our Carabao Cup games this season. Lingard, I think, is now into the final 6 months of his contract and he's got no intentions of having his contract extended. Lingard's been part of the club for several years. Don't forget, there was a period where he didn't score 1 goal or provide 1 assist in the Premier League for over a year. So that just shows how inconsistent he is. His agent said the other week that he was in talks with Real Sociedad. And Villa have also been interested in him. I think next year we'll get rid of Odina Gallo. He'll leave in January when his loan expires. The main explanation why we got Odina Gallo on deadline day in January was to get a cover up for Marcus Rashford. Because don't forget, 1 point Rashford was out with that back injury. Gallo doesn't really get in the team now, but to his credit, he was our top goal scorer in the FA Cup last season. I think we'll offload Jones next year. Jones has been very, very inconsistent since he's come in. You know, this is Jones' 10th season at Manchester United. He has been with us since the Sir Alex Ferguson era. And he's currently out with injury at the moment. But I think he's expected to be back in January. I think Rojo will be offloaded next year. Rojo's never really established himself as a first-team regular since he come in. We paid just over £16 million for him from Sporting Lisbon back in 2014. Don't forget, last season we loaned him out to Estudiantes. Romero will go next year because Sergio Romero is now our 3rd-choice goalkeeper. Romero's enjoyed a good 5 years or so at the football club. got him on a free from San Pandora back in 2015. There's a good chance Matic could be offloaded next year because he is inconsistent. He's always been a slow player. He hasn't played well in the games he's played in this season. He's played a lot though recently. Towards the end of last season though, Matic did enjoy some good games. I think possibly Mata could be offloaded next year. Daniel James could also go. Leeds United are the ones that are interested in him. Daniel James has lost his place in the team, but when he has played, he's been out of form. We got James in a deal worth £18 million in June last year. But he did play a lot of games last season. There's obviously been rumours of Brandon Williams going out on loan. Southampton are the ones that want him. Williams is now our third choice left back following the arrival of Tellez. Williams played a lot of games last season. That was probably because Luke Shaw had a couple of periods out with injury. Was it before the start of the season? Brandon Williams signed a 4-year contract with Man United, and I think was it at the start of this season we give him that number 33 shirt. A few weeks ago as well, there was rumours of Dean Henderson going out on loan. But Ole Gunnar Solskjaer said he wants to stay at Man United and he wants to play for the club. Dean Henderson's made 2 appearances in the Premier League. 3 appearances in the Premier League, I think, and he's made 2 starts in the Premier League, something like that. But there's a lot of Manchester United fans that are now saying, you know, Dean Henderson should be our number 1. Because I think he's reliable enough now to become our number 1, because he did enjoy 2 successful loans with Sheffield United. He's had loan spells with Stockport, Grimsby and Shrewsbury before. We got him at the age of 14 and he has been part of the club for several years. A lot of Manchester United fans do expect Paul Pogba to leave the club next year. Now, as you all know, today is Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's 2-year anniversary at the football club. Now, he's managed over 100 games for Manchester United in all competitions. I think he's won around 60-odd games. You know, he's under contract with Man United until 2022. We appointed Solskjaer in December 2018 to replace Jose Mourinho, and he's been permanent Man United manager since March 2019. When Solskjaer got the job permanently, he signed a 3-year deal. I think he's more than halfway through now his 3-year deal. This is his second full season as Manchester United manager. And let's be honest, it has been up and down this season. You know, we've had some good results and we've also had some bad results as well. We have been in a good vein of form though recently. We've been exceptional away from home. When we beat Sheffield United recently, we became the first team to win 6 successive away games after conceding first in a single Premier League season. And we've won our last 10 away games in a row in the Premier League. But our home form is a concern. We've only won 1 game at Old Trafford this season in the league, and that was the 1-0 win against West Brom, and we was very, very fortunate to win that. So our home form's obviously got to improve, and Solskjaer needs to fix these dodgy starts to games, because we only seem to be playing when we're going behind. You know, we've got to obviously play from minute 1, got to be on the front foot. We're currently sitting 6th in the Premier League. I think we're only 5 points behind top, is it? Something like that. Don't forget, we have got a game in hand. I think that's the game against Burnley. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer recently said that he wants Man United to mount a title challenge during this Christmas period. We are in the title race. You know, I don't think we'll win the Premier League this season. You know, we obviously haven't won the Premier League since 2013, so we haven't won that now for around 8 years. Could win it next season, maybe could win it in the next couple of seasons, but don't see it happening this season. I think there's a chance we could get top 4 this season, or we could finish maybe 3rd. And I think there's a good chance we could win a trophy this season as well. So if we could finish in the top 4, the top 3 and win a trophy this season, I think that would represent a very, very good season for Man United. Then that would give us something to build on. I have been saying a lot, haven't I, that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer isn't the right manager for Manchester United. And I hope I'm proven wrong. A lot of United fans, including me, have been saying Solskjaer's out of his depth at the club. I still think he is, even though I have seen improvements recently. He obviously hasn't got that proven pedigree as a manager. But I want Solskjaer to succeed at Man United. A few weeks ago, he confirmed his priority, and his priority is leading the club to long-term success. Now, obviously, there has been a lot of talks of Mauricio Pochettino coming in to replace Solskjaer. You know, there's obviously been talks of Massimiliano Allegri coming into the club. A few weeks ago, Julian Nagelsmann was on our agenda. Thomas Tuchel, he's been on our agenda a few weeks ago as well. But to be honest with you, if we did sack Solskjaer, wouldn't really solve a lot. His decision-making really concerns me as well, does Ollie's, because in a lot of games he has made mistakes and that's cost us, but there's been some games where he's showed tactical flexibility and he's got it right. But I still think Solskjaer is one of the problems at the club. The board's one of the biggest problems at the club. Our defence is a problem as well because they are still leaking goals, and Harry Maguire and Victor Lindelof are 2 static centre-halves, don't forget. Obviously, we've got to solve the Paul Pogba issue as well. But to Paul Pogba's credit, he has really, really done well recently since he come back from that ankle injury. Like I said, I have taken positives from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's tenure. He did well in his first full season last season, got us qualification for the Champions League, got us 3rd, and he guided us to 3 semi-finals. He's made good signings since he got appointed in as Man United manager. He's spent over £200 million. He's endured 4 transfer windows at the club. So, in January, it will be his 5th transfer window at Man United. Give the young players the chance as well. And he's brought quite a few young players in, so I like the way he has promoted the youth. You know, we've seen a lot of players depart the club since he got recommended in. We also went on a 19-game unbeaten run in all competitions last season. So, like I said, we have enjoyed good periods under him. But like I said, in the last 8 years, Manchester United have been playing catch-up. You know, we've obviously had different managers with different philosophies. You know, 3 managers have been sacked since Ferguson left, and that was Moyes, Van Gaal and Mourinho. We've obviously spent over £1 billion in the last 8 years. And people say, reflecting on the money we've spent, we should be in a much better position than that. We've brought around 36 players in since Ferguson left. You know, we've won so much silverware in our history in that, but we've only won 4 trophies since Ferguson left, and that was the FA Cup under Van Gaal and the Europa League, the League Cup and the Community Shield under Jose Mourinho. But like I said, we haven't dominated English football since Sir Alex Ferguson left. Big game tomorrow for Manchester United. We're going up against Leeds United. The old rivalry is back. I've already given you my preview for the game, and I recently give you my starting 11 prediction. Now, like I said, this won't be an easy game because Leeds play expansive football. They like to press as well. They've got some good players in their team, like I've said. Obviously, one of their key players is Patrick Bamford. Obviously, they've got Rodrigo. A lot of Leeds fans have said he hasn't enjoyed a good start to his Leeds career, but don't forget at one point he had COVID. Leeds got him during the summer from Valencia. They've got that Rafinha, who's quite good as well. They got him during the summer. They've got Diego Llorente. They got him during the summer, but obviously he's not going to be available for the game tomorrow because he's out with injury. Calvin Phillips is one of their key players. He came back not so long ago. They've obviously got Alioski. They've got Liam Cooper, who's quite good. Jack Harrison, don't really rate him, to be honest with you. Just needs to improve on his crossing, does Jack Harrison, don't they? They've obviously got Stuart Dallas, who's good. Been at Leeds for quite a while now. They've obviously got Adam Forshaw. He's not available for tomorrow because he's out with injury. Berardi, he's out with injury. Wouldn't have got in the team anyway because he's actually lost his place in the Leeds team, Berardi. Robin Koch, he's also out with injury. So he won't play tomorrow. He's out until January. Leeds got him during the summer. So yeah, but Marcelo Bielsa is a good manager. To be fair, he's done well at Leeds. He's got a good pedigree anyway. Obviously managing Argentina, I think he did before. Obviously a while ago, worked with Pep Guardiola. Don't forget, Leeds United got relegated back in 2004, so they was out of the top flight for around 16 years. But obviously last season they won the Championship. That was their first trophy in 28 years. The last trophy they'd won before the Championship last season was the old First Division back in 1992. But yeah, like I said on the preview yesterday, this is the first meeting between Man United and Leeds in the Premier League since 2004. Leeds have not beaten us at Old Trafford in the Premier League since 1981. We played Leeds United, don't forget, in pre-season in the summer of 2019, beating them 4-0 in Australia. Played them in the League Cup back in 2011, beat them 3-0, and played them back in 2010 in the FA Cup third round, lost to them 1-0, and Jermaine Beckford had scored in that game. Like I said to you on my starting 11 prediction video I did recently, I watched some of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's press conference. He obviously was asked about what his take is on Edinson Cavani's charge, and he obviously said that, Cavani's apologising that. Cavani has obviously been charged by the FA with misconduct for the racist comment that he put on social media last month. But Ole did confirm that Cavani is available for the game tomorrow. I don't think he'll start, but I think he'll come on in the game. Edinson Cavani's enjoyed a fantastic start to his Man United career. Solskjaer obviously said at some point, Harry Maguire and Victor Lindelof need a rest. Because obviously they've started our last 9 league games together, and Solskjaer said they have been consistent and they was excellent last season. We've got other options at centre-half, but I think Maguire and Lindelof will play in this game against Leeds. Solskjaer says that, he's been waiting years for our rivalry with Leeds to renew. Let's wait that a second. And he expects a stern turn. He expects a stern turn, I think he said something like that. Obviously, he mentioned that Marcelo Bielsa has done a good job at Leeds. Ole has also said that obviously Liverpool and Everton have the advantage because obviously they're allowed 2,000 fans in the ground. So these are a few of the stuff that I mentioned during the press conference, and obviously he mentioned the 2 goals he scored against Leeds when he was a player in the 4-3 win against them at Ellen Road back in 2002. After Leeds, we've got Everton. in the Carabao Cup. That's a big game for Man United. In that game, we'll be making changes from, obviously, the Leeds game. And obviously then it's Leicester. Leicester's going to be another tough one as well. So games are coming up thick and fast for Manchester United. But like I said, these players at Man United that have impressed me this season, got to say Rashford's impressed me, Cavani's impressed me, Greenwood's impressed me, Fernandes has obviously impressed me. Obviously Bruno Fernandes is our best player and he's the best signing we've made since the Sir Alex Ferguson era. Van der Beek's impressed me. Van der Beek so far has only made 2 starts in the Premier League. Pogba, to his credit, has impressed me recently. And Wan-Bissaka's impressed me in a lot of games this season. Luke Shaw's also impressed me. Tellez has impressed me since he's come in. Maguire, he's impressed me in some games this season. So too has David De Gea. Fred, he's another player that's also impressed me. You know, Matt has impressed me in some games he's played in this season. So yeah, these players that have impressed me. Yeah. So anyway, guys, that's everything to update you today. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel. If you do, consider subscribe as always, and take care. God bless you all again very, very soon.